Hello everyone, my name is Celso Cardoso, and the main idea of this video is to show you how a VPN works and what are the issues related to network throughput when we are using a VPN and when we are not using a VPN, right? So this is the Core Emulator. I have previously created a scenario here with a private network and a VPN server on this private network, and we also have a public network, and here we have a VPN client, is a remote VPN client. Okay, so just have a look on the settings that I have for each one of these hosts. So for the VPN client, with the right button here, we can check what are the options and the services that will be running on these hosts. So I have the IPs for this host here. If we click on the button services, we can check also the service that will be running. The main service we want to test is the VPN client. So is this service here. If we click on this button, we can check this VPN client.sh script that will be running when I start my service. So inside of this script, we add several parameters that we want to use when we start the services. For instance, the VPN client key name. We can also have details about the certificates that I will be using to this connection. I can specify the protocol, as well the port of the VPN server that I will be connecting with. Some details about the encryption, certificates, and at the end I can I have the statement here, open VPN, so I will be calling this service and I will be providing the client.conf file with details about this connection, right? So basically this, as I mentioned, this script, it will be executed once I start the service. Let's have a look on the server. So this is the VPN server. I can check here in the configure option the IPs of this server, the interface that I have, and IPs of each one of them. And if I click on services, I can check also the services that will be available for this VPN server. I have this, this is the main service that I want to test here, the VPN server. If we click on this button, we can also have, we have a .sh file with details about this service, such as the IPs, the VPN subnet, as well some details about the certificates that I will be using, protocols, and so on. As in the client, I also have here the open VPN statement to call the service, and I will be providing the server.conf file as a parameter to start the service. Okay. All right, so let's start it. Let's click here, start the session. Okay. Everything red means it's starting. When it's green, it's supposed to be running. Okay. All right. So we have some options here at the Core Emulator where we can check, for instance, the process that are running for each one of the hosts. So for instance, here we have the 3 processes running on this VPN client. One of them is the open VPN. It means that this is a service that will be used to connect to the VPN server. We also have some process here on the server side. One of them is also the open VPN, the 62 one. So it means that the service is starting. Let's check another option here, that is the ifconfig. So with the ifconfig, we can see the interfaces of each one of the hosts. So for instance here, in the VPN server, we can see the TUN0 interface. That means that we already have an interface to the VPN. Let's see in the client, the interfaces we have. We still don't have the VPN interface available. It's probably is still starting. Okay, yeah, now it's up and running. So we already have the connection established between the VPN client and the VPN server. All right, just remove here. So what we want to test basically is how the VPN affects the throughput between these 2 hosts. So to do that, we can use this tool to generate artificial traffic. So I have here set some some patterns. So for instance, here I'm saying that from my VPN client to the VPN server, I will be generating some specific traffic here. So we have some options already. I basically used this option but changed the parameter to increase the size of the packages that are being transferred, so we can see more easily the effects of VPN connection on the throughput. Okay, so let's start the traffic generation, the artificial traffic generation. So I will start all the flows here. We probably will see an increase in the throughput, and let's go. Okay, here we go. So we see the connections here in red, they have increased, and the traffic between them increased also because we are generating traffic between these two hosts, right? So let's see what will happen when we stop the VPN connection. Let's come here. Let's stop the VPN. So we can see a decrease in the throughput of the network. And what it means that when we are using a VPN connection, the packages that are transferred between these two hosts, they have encryption. So it means that the packet size will be also increased. So we may have some slowness in the network related to this VPN connection. So let's start again and see what is the effect on the throughput. So we already see an increase in the packages, right? The service probably is still starting. Let's see. Yeah, now it's up and running, and we also see that we have increased the traffic between this VPN client and the VPN server. So this was the main idea of this video, to show you that when we are using VPN, due to the encryption of the packages, we also may face issues related to throughput, and this is mainly because we have encryption, and the encryption increased the package size. So that's why we have this effect in our network, right? Of course, we have some other issues related to VPNs that may impact the connection and create some slowness in the network. But one of them, of course, is the packet size and the encryption. Okay, so thank you very much.